Okay, just before I started this recording and everything, what instantly went in my mind was when Dante was doing Dance Dance Revolution. He still lost. My man got moves, but he wasn't following the instructions, and that's kind of like Dante's thing. He don't follow instructions. He just does his own thing as long as it's dealing with the supernatural and demons. But regardless of that fact, from last episode, episode 2, of Devil May Cry, the Netflix animated series. Again, there is a season 2 in the works currently right now. Also, at the timing of this video, I think it was yesterday or the day before, Evidence, if you grew up during the 2000s like me and was into alternative punk rock, still is. That group is a staple to every single AMV video you can ever think of, okay? The Naruto AMVs, the Bleach AMVs, particularly the Naruto AMVs, that group was a staple. And they made a music video, and they did show how Dante will look like in season 2. So it's not so much as a spoiler for me because the song already came out weeks ago. It's just a matter of the music video dropping. But regardless of that fact, we were finally introduced to Lady. She got a potty mouth though. I hope they lessen that in season 2 or later in the episodes. But she is part of Darkcom, okay, group that specializes in hunting demons. And obviously there is a bounty on Dante's amulet, which she managed to take at the end. Now the thing that did confuse me though is that Dante doesn't believe he's a demon despite doing things that no human can possibly do. And there has not been told in the story of humans being that enhanced. So I'm wondering if they're going to fix that or it's a retcon, because it makes no sense given his history, right? But it's an AU, so I'm going to see how they develop things further. But I do wonder what's going to happen once they take this amulet, because at the same time, White Rabbit is also looking for the other amulet. So without further ado, let's get into Devil May Cry episode 3. Demon Hunters. Lady? Aw. Oh, a tiny lady. Oh. I hope it's nothing. Jesus Christ. Okay. Oh, she looked like her mama. If you know the story of Lady from 3, I hope they're probably gonna put to their own twist. That dude look mad suspicious. Oh God. Oh nah. Chill. Little girl. Oh no. Oh. Okay, because I wonder if I just, if you haven't played 3, you know what happens to Lady's mother. That was very interesting. If you guys know, if the novels or manga that discuss more on ladies' past, drop it in the link. Drop it in the comment section. Raccoon City, receive. So he knows Leon. Mega Man. Please don't. Just give the man back his necklace. He ain't reading what you gotta say. Okay. Not the tailcoat. That was four. That was four. He got his tailcoat and kind of burned by that demon in four. Is he gonna try to free them? Bruh. Bruh. Mm. Oh, you look kind of crazy, Vice. He's not in it. Please don't think of him as in it. He gonna free Dante and them. He is. Yep. Yep. Hellgate opened. Who put that up? Oh, not the kids. Yeah, he coming for the other amulet. Yeah. It was responding to Virgil's amulet. Oh wow. Ooh. Who that? Oh. Oh, it's her. Oh, Ragnar and Nike. And they got heads. They shouldn't have heads. Oh, it's you. And yeah, Angelo. You can't handle Neo Angelo. Like, Jesus. Oh. Oh. Yeah, you're gonna die. Yeah. Mm-mm. Oh, you gonna die too. Yeah, you know how hard he was to beat though? Like, oh. Oh. And he's in the truck with y'all with them. I mean, that was his daughter waking on sacrifice his kids. I didn't think he was gonna get the ambulance that fast. What is a keyboard gonna do? Yeah, keyboard ain't gonna do much. What's it? Huh? You don't mother. Why were you throwing a grenade when he did that? He already done stabbed you. Now you dead. Oh, not the kids. Bruh. They're taking Enzo. Why they taking Enzo? Oh no, he brought the info and all that. Okay, this is from the. All those poor people on the freaking highway. Okay, nobody was in it. Okay, thank God. Oh, I'm sorry. That's 3-3. Oh my God. That's fine. We just want to say I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Oh. Not him saying, come on. Oh. Oh, he wants him to do the devil trigger. Yeah, that thing is not that whatever. Oh, it's going to stop Dante. nah. Oh my God. Oh my God. I have no words right now. I didn't. I did not think it was going to escalate that bad. I never seen Dante that hurt ever, ever. I was going to think his devil trigger was going to make the tracker in his body just disintegrate or explode. No, no. I know he has insane healing ability, but it was just the mere shock of seeing Dante that hurt. I think the last time I've ever was shocked of Dante getting hurt, but it wasn't as graphic, was 5 when he faced off against Urizen. And he was put into a coma, okay, for about a month and a half. Okay, my man was asleep. He got knocked the F out, okay? I think, like, not even with Mundus was Dante ever put down that bad. Like, he had to go like 2 rounds with Mundus. Because the first time around, Mundus got him, and then he had to come back for round 2, if not round 3. That was Devil May Cry 1, okay? And mind you, Dante was facing against a weaker Mundus at that time. He wasn't facing the Mundus his daddy was facing. All right. So I'm guessing they're going to stick with the storyline that Dante, one, they clarified Dante did not know anything about his father. So whatever happened to Sparta happened. So he has no recollection of his dad. But it does make me wonder if they decide to bring in Virgil, which I don't know if it's going to be later in this season or into next season, how they're going to justify that. Because if we know Virgil tried to be like, he tried to emulate his father in terms of trying to gain as much power to be on the same level as his dad, right? Dante was more attached to his mother, while Virgil was more attached to his dad. This thing is not new. It's been like this since 2001. So it makes me wonder if Dante, because they're saying in the story from episode 2 and now episode 3 now, and they're grounding on it, saying Dante knew nothing about his father. So I wonder if they're going to keep that up with when Virgil comes into the story, because they've been said that like Virgil is going to be in this story and everything. But it also makes me wonder, like, this Neo Angelo that we see is obviously the one from 5, not the one that we saw from 1. So there's that. Because demons wouldn't just be attacking the family for no reason, right? So they kept that as core, but whatever. I did like that they give us a little backstory on Lady, something that, like, again, if you can find the manga or novel that discuss further on Lady and her background story or anything, please do drop it in the comment section below. But if you played 3, you do know the story of Lady, how she came to demon hunting and everything. And technically she was going after her father. Spoilers ahead if you have never played. I'm sorry. If you don't want to hear, I'll just put up 3 fingers this is the end, and I'm just gonna put up one for the start of the spoilers. So Lady's story is basically her father was experimenting, right? He's Arkham, right? And he experimented to try to turn himself into a demon because of Sparta, trying to raise demons and everything. And so he sacrificed Lady's mother. Her birth name is Mary. And so because of his experimentation, they needed people, and her mother was there. And so she lost her mom at a young age. So now she is taking revenge on her dad for taking her mother and dabbling in the dark arts and everything, aka dealing with demons and hell spawns and all of that stuff. And so he also needed another sacrifice in order to use the same amulets to open up Hellgate and also receive the power of Sparta, which all transpired in Devil May Cry 3, Dante's Awakening. So it's nice to see how we kind of got that glimpse, and I don't know if they're gonna go further into that with this series. And the spoilers. But if you stay through the spoiler, then you can't get mad at me. I gave you the warning. 1 was the start, 3 was the end. But regardless of that fact, if you know about Lady. But again, I never seen Dante that injured aside from 5, and that's when he was put into a coma. And mind you, that's the strongest version of Dante we got. Okay? But it did really escalate. So the White Rabbit finally has the amulets. But there is another sprinkling that's needed to add in order to open up the Hell Gates. There is another trigger. So he is basically 3 of 4 steps almost completed until everything comes together. Now the scientist, he was dumb. You thinking you want to beat this dude who was deflecting bullets with a sword? Who took out how much men without breaking a sweat? But also, White Rabbit has some device on his chest that's keeping him alive. So I'm guessing he's getting the amulets to basically get the power of Sparta or some powerful demon. So that way he doesn't have to rely on that device. Because why is he so gung-ho on getting these amulets? For what reason? Okay. The only time that the amulets was the biggest focus was obviously 3. So I'm guessing they're going from 3 and they're mixing a lot of elements in there. Agni and Ruda are from 3, so it makes sense because that's dealing with a younger Dante. I just expected their heads to be on the swords, but it's whatever. They wanted to give them heads. But what's her name? That plant demon, I forgot the name of her, but she's from 4. That's an older Dante, but it's whatever. They're gonna be putting a whole lot of demons that we've seen. It would have been nice to see those scissor ones that you had to deal once his shop got destroyed, and they were annoying. They were annoying. Okay, there was another one. There was a white demon. There were plenty of white demons in 3. If they can show them in this season or next season, that would be pretty awesome. But Dante was about to hit double trigger. And once he got outside of that radius, face exploded. We know he's going to heal. He has insane healing abilities, okay? Dude has been stabbed, jabbed all over the place. if you know where I got that from, right? But he's going to heal. But again, it was actually very shocking to see him in that state, because again, you don't see Dante like that. But obviously they did make him, I can clearly see they did make him weaker in this version. He should have been strong enough to get out of those cuffs, right? But what they're doing with Enzo now, I'm guessing they're using him to gain more info on Dante, because obviously the work correlation between these two, and how Enzo, if you know the story behind Enzo, he also knows the story of Dante, and he is his, I guess you could say, his information broker, aside from Morrison, if they introduce Morrison, that is, if they do. I don't know if they are, but he was Dante's informant before they introduce also Neil Goldstein, how they're gonna wrap her into the story. There's a lot of elements to Devil May Cry that they would have to implement into this, but of course this is the AU, so they'll take pieces, mix them up, while also still keeping things intact. So we'll see, but nonetheless, I don't know how bad it's going to go on from here, because now he got that. Now White Rabbit got the amulets, and Dante got his face blown off. So it's gonna be trouble. It's gonna be trouble. Okay. If you guys saw Devil May Cry Episode 3 Netflix animated series, do tell me how you felt about it in the comment section below. What do you think is going to happen in Episode 4? Obviously Dante heals, but what is going to happen to the amulets, and what other plans does the White Rabbit have in store? If you already watched all the episodes due to them all dropping at the same time, of course, no spoilers. The links are in the description box. You guys go check it out. And I'm Kimmy-chan, and I'll see you guys later. Bye.